bloodstream.
Okay, STELLVRIS. First time in the UK. Nicol, hello, how are you? So, I just heard on Thursday you just finished concert. I just realized I finished concert in Manchester. And I was just looking at it. I was like, no, I missed the concert. And I missed the one yesterday as well, unfortunately. So, well, cars problem. Anyway, first time UK, Nicol. What you can say about UK? Like the good thing.
The good thing is like, yeah, first of all, hello and thank you for the invitation. What can I say about UK? I'm happy in here. Like, honestly, I've been there like a couple years ago with my friend. We were in Bournemouth and also traveled to see Stonehenge in London. And I fell in love with this country because I don't know like why, but I feel very relaxed and nice in here and really good beer. So
cheers to that.
Exactly.
So I just checked the dates, the whole tour. It's intensive touring, really. So, how you actually put everything together? It's like, what, it was like 5, 6, 7 days in UK, and then you're going to Germany and all kind of different countries, Belgium, Austria.
Well, I have to say that this tour is not that intensive and it's not that difficult because UK is not that like huge country. Because like, for example, when we toured Eastern Europe in June, it was like when we went, for example, to Greece, it was like over 1 day, in a van. So that was difficult. And especially like it was like summer, and like high temperatures. And so that was like difficult. But now I'm just, as I said, I don't know like why, but I'm really enjoying it. And it's really nice to be here and not just only play in the venues, but also like traveling, sightseeing and seeing things. And I just like I love it and I'm very happy in here.
So how did you travel here? How did you get here? By car, or did you just flew in?
Yes, we have our van and we traveled like 1 day beforehand, and then we went through ferry and we get there in UK because it would be very expensive just to like get a flight and pay for all the gear and everything. So it was easier for us, and once we have our own van, we can like do it this way.
So, I'm always asking this question. So, because you're spending so much time on the road in the van, what you actually doing?
What are we doing? Well, yes. I am sleeping.
No, generally, what do you any game, or do you talking about something, or you singing? Whatever you're doing.
I am sleeping. A lot of time because especially like when we are just sleeping like in another hotels, like every single night we're just like somewhere else, and sometimes it's not a very like quiet place. So sometimes I really need to just sleep like, let's say, 2 hours more, so my vocals are like very ready. There's nothing worse than being tired and being like forced to sing and scream, because then you can actually harm and damage your voice. So I'm sleeping. Here in UK, the drummer and Liber there, they are driving because these guys, like the only 2 guys from our band who has actually the license like to be like to driving here, because you have to have some special license for that. Yeah, because like you can't have just like the card you have in Czech Republic, but they had to really go somewhere and ask for like, okay, we're going to UK and we need to have some paper for it. So they have it. And like, to be perfectly honest, I'm driving our van in Europe and I'm just like changing, like when they're tired, then I'm driving. But I wasn't sure about driving in here because it's so confusing, like driving left. What the fuck?
Well, it's just every time, every time I move to UK, I just, everybody's asking, you're driving on the wrong side. It was like, no, we are driving on the right side on the street. So you are wrong. So, and it's more confusing when you're driving actually left-handed car and your left-hand drive. So it's even more confusing. If you get a proper car, in UK car, then well, everything is fine. It took me about 5 minutes to learn. It's really easy. No. Disagree. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the band itself. So Stellaris. Any news in a Stellaris band?
Yes. So we recorded like 3 new songs. One is metal cover of pop song, which is going to be released this year. So just like we were waiting for our new producer just to send it over, and then we can put it on Spotify and everything. We shoot a new music video for it. That's why we are just like playing now in black and yellow, because like Persistence was in green color. So we were wearing like black and green, and now we decided just to move even with the clothing, you know, and the color. So now we are just like changed to yellow. And yeah, 2 new songs, ours, they're going to be released next year. Just when we have to like shoot new videos for it and everything. And the new biggest thing is that we have a new producer, Krzysztof Wieczorek, and he's doing like he's playing and singing in NSOK. He's producing Electric Cowboy and like a lot of huge bands over Europe, and we're very happy that he replied and that we are working with him, because he's a really talented guy and really nice. And I have to tell you that when we were in his studio, it was for the very first time when I felt that I'm actually enjoying recording vocals, because every time it was like, because you have the microphone in here and you have to like sing it like that. You can ask a lot of vocalists and they will tell you like the same. We hate it. But there it was like, I don't know, there's like a spacious room, and like the microphone was awesome and everything was like really great. And also he has a dog, and I love dogs. So I was like, when I wasn't recording or something, I was just cuddling his dog.
So you don't have your own dog. So where is the dog now?
Well, she is at home right now, because I wouldn't be able to travel with her here, because I would have to have somebody to take care of her when I'm just on the stage or just preparing stuff. But I miss her so much. Really. We were talking about it with the frontman of Sunfall. They're touring with us here in UK, and he has 3 cats at home. And yesterday he was like, I miss them so much. Like, I miss her. So we were like,
I can imagine.
And he was like, oh, look at them. Yeah, it's really tough to be parents.
Yes. So that's the new song. So what is the latest album Stellaris released? You're actually supporting on the tour, I guess.
Oh, it's Persistence. Like before that, like at the very beginning, we released some singles. Then we continued with EP, Upside Down, and now we have Persistence. But it's like now it's going to celebrate like 1 year old. So it's time to release something new and just to move on. Like we really like this album, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm proud of like whatever it sounds, I really like it. But now it's time to move on and move forward with a lot of things.
What do you don't like about UK?
Weather. I would prefer more warm weather and more sunny and stuff, you know, because like, and it's so changing like so quickly. Like it's beautiful day and suddenly raining and cold. Like, so I think it is the only way. And maybe the prices are too high for us, like, and especially for beer, because we're used to have cheap beer in Czech Republic, and here it's quite expensive. But yeah, so these things I don't like.
Yeah, I agree. But some places, you know, they have cheap beer too. So this one was like £6, but you can have this exactly same one for £3 in a different location, different pub. So it depends where you're going. So
you have to give me the list.
No problem. So so there was a Manchester on the list. Are you planning maybe play in Liverpool? That's where the radio's from.
We don't have it in this tour, so unfortunately in these 2 weeks we're here, the tour is already done, so we can't play in Liverpool. But I would like to come back to UK because it's really cool in here. But unfortunately, as like for European bands after Brexit, it's, and unfortunately, even for English bands that are coming to Europe, it's very difficult because you have to pay for so many papers and the carnets and everything for the gear and stuff. And it's just like, when we looked at it, it was like,
Yeah.
so many things. And I think there should be something done about it, because the culture otherwise is going to like slowly, like, I don't want to say die, but they have like, there are so many great bands in the UK, but still, I think it's just should be changed.
I agree, because this is not the first time I heard that, and it's even big bands. They really struggle with the paperwork and everything. So, did you have any trouble at the borders?
Actually, no, because we were traveling and like we were kind of late because like our drummer had to go for this license because there were some troubles in Prague, just to to receive it and stuff. And I went to Prague by car, and there were so many traffic jams and everything, so we were delayed for like 2 hours. And I was like, okay, this is really late. So what now? Like, are we going to search for some accommodation on our way, or are we going to just like somehow sleep in a van and just go very early in the morning to ferry? So we arrived around midnight in library. It was France. We were yeah, Calais. Yes, it was France, right? Yes. So we arrived there like around midnight, and it was like, why not? So it was 2:30, I think, when we just were bored on the ferry, and went there, and I fell asleep on the table in a cafe on the ferry. And the lady came to me, like, "I'm sorry, lady, but we are about to, come to." I was like, what? So yeah, but luckily, I have some facial treatment, just to look fresh, and that I slept for 8 hours, even though I slept for like 8 minutes or something like that. So no problems, because we were there very like maybe late, and they just like, "Oh, you're a band." I was like, so everything was okay.
So, why did you pick up the vocals? Why are you singing?
Why am I singing? I've been singing since childhood, I guess. Yes. And I've always loved to sing, and I wanted to like study it even. But like my parents and like a lot of people told me, "Oh, you're clever. You should be studying something else," and blah, 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 blah. So I studied law. And so yeah, I'm a lawyer, but I don't want to be.
You are a lawyer.
Yeah, I have the degree. So cool, but still I prefer just, this lifestyle. I love it, and I really hope that it will pay off, and someday we will be big and be able to do it for a living. But it's really tough, so let's see.
Let's keep it fingers crossed. Okay. So, I heard you actually support Megadeth. Well, how was that like?
We were speechless. Like, it was unbelievable. We went like through the night, to Bucharest. So I was sleeping in the van. It was just really, really tough. But when we arrived, like when I saw the stage, I couldn't believe it was so high and so big. And everything was like, and it was like, I don't know, 50, 60 degrees on the sun. So it was so hot, and it was like so huge, and I didn't know, like, ooh. So yeah, but we enjoyed it so much, and the crowd and the people in Romania were crazy, and like everything was so cool. And then we were lucky enough to actually talk to Dave Mustaine and to all band, take a picture with them. And their manager told us like that he really enjoyed our set, and that he really liked what we were doing, how we look on stage and everything. And he told me like twice or 3 times, which is like, this person doesn't have to like tell you anything, and he did. So it was like, I don't know, I was just like walking around the whole night like
Big reward.
Like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. And then the other day I woke up and like, was it a dream or did it like actually happen? And then I saw all the stories and videos, like, yeah, it actually really happened.
So how does actually happen?
Well, it happened like that our manager Tomáš Bob Fleck. He's running a Fight Fest in Czech Republic, and he's our manager, and he was doing also, he was like a booking agent for us before, like Steve from Fleck's agency, like, just he grabbed us, and now he's doing booking for us. But before that, Bob was the one who was doing the booking, and one day he sent me a message. It was like, do you want to play with Megadeth? I was like, sure. Like, make fun of somebody else, I'm not in the mood. And he was like, no, actually, I mean it. I was like, yeah, sure. But I still didn't believe him. And then he sent me the poster, and our logo was there.
Really?
Yeah. And at first, no. And because first he told me, like, you're going to support them in Czech Republic. I was like, okay, that's really cool. And suddenly there was Romania, Bucharest, open air. I was like, okay, let's go to Romania. So this is how it happened, and I still can't believe that it actually really happened. Yeah.
Any interesting story from the tour? Any tour?
Interesting story from any tour. Like, yeah, for example, this in June, when we went to support Megadeth, we were like struggling with a van because we bought it, and there was some like broken stuff in there, but like the mechanic who was like taking care of the car, he like didn't notice it. And then we just went to Romania, and we were supposed to play in Timisoara, I think, and we missed this show because the van got broken near Brno, so we had to go back to Prague. But with I don't know how it's called in English, that like when you grab the broken car and put it on another car, and then we went to the Prague, and we were just, so this thing picked us up in Brno, and then we went to Prague again, and we were searching for another alternative, so we hired another van, which like increased the costs and everything, so it was like very difficult. And then we had to cancel this show, and we had to go through night to Bucharest to actually make it. So it was like, time is clocking, and that was actually the day when I told my guys, okay, now is the time I have to drive the van. So, and they knew that like we have a lot of hours, like ahead, and they were like, okay, let's try. So everybody in the van, because I can drive my car, but the van is like really big. So like all the guys were like this.
So why did you say I have to pick up the car, I have to drive? Why? What was that? Everybody was tired or something, or why?
No, because I just wanted to, the more drivers are in the van, then it's easier, because, and yeah, exactly. And I knew that they have to drive overnight. They really have to. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive over Czech Republic and then some other countries. But when we reach, I don't know, Bulgaria, Romania or something, I'm not driving there. I'm just like too scared. You have to drive it there. So yeah, I was just cutting the hours, And now I'm driving. Like actually when we went there, I was driving part of Germany, Belgium and France, and then I was too tired, so I just like put it, like you drive, and yeah, and now I'm not driving here because I'm scared.
It's actually easy. It's because most of the time you're on a motorway, so it's actually okay. The only confusing part is the roundabout, but everything else is really easy.
You said like you are driving the wrong way.
No, it's the right way, but that's okay. Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to add before I let you go?
Oh, well, maybe I would like to thank to everybody. First of all, thank you so much for invitation. It was very nice to meet somebody from Czech Republic in here. It's really nice to hear Czech language.
Likewise, thank you very much.
And also I would like to thank to everybody who's been supporting us for many years or even now, and this huge support make everything happen. We can move forward, we can do tours, we can do bigger shows, and it's only because of the dedication of our fans and our families, that they're just like, okay, I'm not going to see you for 3 months again. So yes, thank you so much, and keep supporting local bands because it means a world to us, and we won't be able to move forward if there's like no support. So thank you so much.
That's Nicol from STELLVRIS. Thank you very much for coming for this last second interview. It was not even last minute. So thank you very much, and I really enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're listening to Radio Bloodstream.